Today, we're reviewing Happy Dad, sold in 16 states and 4 provinces. Our reviews will be based off 3 criteria. 1, does it look good? 2, does it smell good? And 3, does it taste good? Let's jump right into it. First up is Death Row. Yeah, the name is right, Death Row. It's raisin, grape flavor, 5% alcohol, contains vodka. Let's crack it open. The can is visually appealing. It's very simple. It has a Happy Dad logo right across, so the eye catches it off the bat. Smells just like raisin, just like grape soda. You don't smell the alcohol. Now, time for the taste test. That did not taste like I thought it would. This is actually not that strong in alcohol. It doesn't taste like it has alcohol. Now I take that back. The more you drink, the more it starts to taste like a vodka. The vodka isn't that strong. It still doesn't hit you as it would otherwise. When you go to a bar and you get a vodka and Coke, automatically when you take a sip of that vodka and Coke, you taste the vodka. Although only 5%, you really don't get a sense of the alcohol all that much. I'd recommend this Happy Dad over most beers available. Let's rank. Visuals, easy to spot. The logo across, not too much going on the can. I would give the design a 3 out of 5. Smell, if you're a big fan of grape, this is an easy 4.5 out of 5. However, I'm not the biggest fan of grape. I would have to give this a 3.5. It still tastes great. It still smells great. Now for the taste, it tastes great. I'm not the biggest fan of grape. However, this does taste great. Purely off of taste, I'll have to give this a solid 4 out of 5. Now let's move on to the next. Up next, we have the Happy Dad Fruit Punch flavor. Similarly to the other can, the visuals, similar. I do like the blue. It adds a slight edge over the purple grape. Nevertheless, let's go into the smell test. Woo! That is not my favorite. I suppose it smells like fruit punch very slightly. It's very faint. Kind of smells like medicine. Let's taste test. This reminds me of old school punch. This fruit punch flavor isn't very strong. It almost tastes like watered down fruit punch. The taste isn't strong at all. Not for fruit punch, nor for vodka. And it is 5% alcohol, but you really just do not taste that alcohol at all. It really isn't my favorite, although fruit punch historically has never been one of my favorites. But let's get into the ranking. Look-wise, we'll give it a 3. Just because it's simple. The blue is kind of nice, but similar to the other can, it really doesn't stand out all that much with the exception of the logo. The smell, I have to give it a 1. It's super faint. You really just don't get a sense of that it's a fruit punch. Unless you were looking at the logo, you really wouldn't understand that it's a fruit punch flavored. Taste-wise, I would have to give it a 2.5. Fruit punch isn't my preferred flavor. Let's move on to the third and final. And the third and final is the iced tea peach. Now, I love iced tea peach. Now, from my understanding, the peach tea is actually the most popular one. So let's give it a shot. I really do like this can. I like the layout for it. It does catch your eye. Now let's get into smell test. Exactly like peach juice. So this for me, straight off the bat, is probably the most preferred one out of the 3 that we've tried so far. This does not taste like peach tea at all. At first, the very first second it hits your tongue, hits your taste buds, there is no peach tea. But don't judge this off its first taste. It actually does taste a bit better the more you drink. You start getting the taste of iced tea. So it's actually not too bad if you like seltzers. But now let's just jump into the rating. Looks and design of the can are a solid 4. Catches the eye automatically. Smell. I love the smell of peach tea. I would have to give this a solid 5 out of 5. Taste-wise, taste is a 2.5. Out of the 3 we've tasted today, I prefer the grape. However, this comes as a close second. So that's our reviews for today. Thank you all for watching. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you on the next one.
Generate by AI.